Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I am going with another topic, that is the classification of hormones on the basis of mechanism of action or receptors. Previously we discussed about the classification of hormones on the basis of chemical nature. Now today we are going to discuss the classification of hormones on the basis of mechanism of action or receptors. Mechanism of action is simple. You can say that how these hormones are going to bring the physiological effects in the body. Actually, what is the mechanism, how they are going to bring the physiological effect, and the receptors are the agents which are going to bind with the hormones. Then these hormones are transported to the target site where the physiological effect has to be observed in the animal body. So on the basis of this, hormones have been classified into two groups, that is group 1 hormone, group 1 hormone, and obviously there is the group 2 hormone. Now today we are going to discuss about the group 1 hormones. So what are group 1 hormones? Simply, if we go towards this very point, receptors, the receptors are present, the receptors are present inside the cells. So in case of group 1 hormones, where is the location of the receptors? The receptors are present inside the cells. What are receptors? Receptors are those agents which are going to receive the hormone in order to bring the physiological effect in any animal body. So here in this case, the receptors are present inside the cells, that is intercellular receptor. Intercellular receptor, that is the intercellular receptor. And second is that these hormones, the group 1 hormones, can pass through the bilipid layer, that is the membrane. Membrane is made up of bilipid layer of the cell, that is lipophilic in nature. Lipophilic in nature. So what was the first point? The first point was the receptors are present inside the cells, that is intracellular receptors. This indicates that these hormones pass the cell membrane. Then after passing the cell membrane, they gets bind with the receptors. After getting binded with the receptors, they are going to bring the physiological effect in the animal body. Second point is that why they pass the cell membrane, because these hormones can pass through the bilipid layer of the cell, that is why they are lipophilic in nature. Lipid soluble fats, that is why they are going to pass the lipids, and they are going, when they pass the bilipid layer, they are going to bind with the receptors. And third point is that these hormones, the group 1 hormones, these hormones have long half-life period. Long half-life period. Long half-life period. These hormones have long half-life period, as in the characters I told you about that some hormones are quick acting hormones. Once they are released in the body, they are going to bring the physiological effect. And I told you about that there are some hormones are slow acting hormones. They are going to bring the physiological effect, but after some time, time by time, step by step. So these are the group 1 hormone includes the hormones having long half-life period, which ranges from the half-life period ranges from hours to days. Hours to days means that can bring the physiological effect from hours to days. That is why these hormones have long half-life period. And then another point is that the mechanism of action, the mechanism of action does not involve second messenger. The mechanism of action does not involve the second messenger. I told you about that. Hormones are chemical messengers. And here we talk about the second messenger. In this very particular group, they did not form the second messengers. In some cases, they form the second messengers. After forming the second messengers, the hormones bring the effect. Here, it is not the need of an hour to form the second messenger, because transport molecules are present to get bind with the hormones for transportation. To get bind with the hormones for transportation. For transportation purposes. Transportation purposes from cytoplasm to inside the nucleus. So group 1 hormones, the receptors are present inside the cells, intracellular receptors. The hormones can pass through the bilipid layer or a membrane, that is the cell membrane of the cell, that is lipophilic in nature. These hormones have long half-life period. It ranges from hours to days, and the mechanism of action does not involve the formation of second messenger, because they transport molecules, they require transport molecules, because they require transport molecules for the transportation. So what we discussed, we have discussed that on the basis of mechanism of action or receptors, the hormones have been classified into two groups, that is group first hormones and group second hormones. The group first hormones are those which contain the receptors present inside the cells, that is intracellular receptor. The hormones can pass through the bilipid layer of the cell, that is because they are lipophilic in nature. These hormones have long half-life period ranging from hours to days, and the mechanism of action does not involve the formation of second messengers, because transportation molecules are required in order to transport these hormones. Now we will take up some examples of group 1 hormones. I will take some of the examples of group 1 hormones. So group 1 hormones, examples are steroid hormones, mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens, estrogens, progesterone. These are all steroid hormones. And furthermore is calcitriol, that is vitamin D, thyroid hormone, which includes T3, T4, T3 and T4, and retinoic acid. These are some examples of group 1 hormones. Steroid hormones, which includes the mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens. You all will know the function of these hormones later in the lectures. So steroid hormones include mineralocorticoids, glucocorticoids, androgens, estrogens, progesterone, calcitriol, that is vitamin D, thyroid hormone, which includes T3 and T4 hormones, and retinoic acid. Out of these two hormones, that is T3 and T4, the receptors are present inside the nucleus. Here we can write that the receptors are present. Receptors are present inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus. So what are the two hormones in the group 1 hormones whose receptors are present inside on or on the nucleus? Nucleus receptors, that is T3, T4 and retinoic acid are those hormones whose receptors are present or on the surface of the nuclear membrane or inside the nucleus. So what we have discussed? We have discussed about the group 1 hormones on the basis of mechanism of action. So we told that these hormones contain the receptors that are present inside the cells. They are lipophilic in nature. That is why they pass through the bilipid layer and binds with these